Okay, this is another video of the poor old Travco. I got all the front glass out of it. I've bought new, more modern side windows, and I bought another driver's side glass. It's not perfect, but the price was right. That my old one was cracked. But when I took them out, right here on this front right corner, passenger side, the window was standing way out. The weather stripping was actually almost on a 45-degree angle, like it was just barely hanging on. Yet at the top, it looked pretty good. And then you come to this side, and it was kind of the opposite. It was leaning in, and the top looked pretty good. So I got a digital degree gauge. I'll show you what I used. And these are pretty handy little fellas. It reads in 1/10 of a degree. So I set it over on my mill table and got it zeroed. And I stuck it to a piece of square tubing. And I thought, well, let's check, see if maybe the body is not straight. I found a lot of issues on this old bird. And I would call them quality of construction. So anyway, close as I could get, I set it up right in front of the light, marker light. Got her pretty close to 90 degrees. And I don't know if you can see that on the video. It's 83.3 degrees. And so I went around to the other side. Basically did the same thing. Now I might be off a little. I'm up at front of the marker light, and they're fairly centered. And this one's 85.7. So, because I was figuring it might be off, close to an inch. So I went inside and basically did about the same thing on these inside beams. This is the very front steel beam. I'm going right up at the top of the roof trim here. 97.7. Now I gotta kind of bend around here to get it. .2, so it looks like a half degree, but it looks as though the whole top of this RV motorhome is leaning toward the doors, the passenger side. And the old RV that I robbed the windows out of, because I got new side windows, even further back, the bigger ones, and the driver and passenger side window, and the one windshield. And it had the same. There was two of them I stole things out of, sitting side by side. Chances of finding two Travcos side by side pretty slim, but and one of them had the same issue mine had. The weather strip was really hanging over on the passenger side at the bottom. The other one seemed to be straighter. It wasn't, as bad. And I was kind of wanting to get a look at it, so I took that little pipe with the degree gauge, and you got to pardon my door, it's kind of dirty, but I drew a line at those two different angles, and then this line here from the point up to here is the exact height of the opening right there at the light. That's like an inch. So I really think that that top is an inch leaning toward the passenger side. Now I need to debate whether I want to try to, now that I've got it stripped out inside, I could possibly with some pipe and some jacks actually straighten that top, bend it over, so that possibly the windshield would seal better, because it looks like this thing leaked from day one. It had some of that old gray sealant that I found under this metal on the roof that was original down inside of the weather stripping, like they tried to seal it at the factory, and it made it really hard to get it off without breaking the windows. So anyway, my wife Nancy, she'll post this on the Dodge Travco group, and anyone have any opinions, I'm listening. But at this stage, I think I'm going to break out some hydraulic jacks and see if I can't tweak it a little bit to straighten the front of the body up so that I don't have issues with the windshield leaking, because it clearly has leaked pert near forever. Okay, that's all for this video.